There have been quite a few unrealised projects. Some of them just turn into something else or evolve into something semi-recognisable or almost unrecognisable. There was a really nice film idea called A Good Home, which was a script that Rachel wrote about a girl boxing up an old relationship and trying to find a good home for it and some people to leave it with. You don't get the money, so you don't make it when you were going to, and then maybe you realise it was just as well you didn't get the money. There have been a couple of other film projects that haven't been made. There was a piece called Races that I wrote. It was based on a true story which I wrote about these two Spanish kids who invented a game, and the rules of the game meant that under certain set of circumstances they had to go out and actually kill someone, and even though they'd invented the rules of the game, when the rules of the game told them to do that, they felt compelled to go and do it. And then there have been things that have just been talked about for years. There was a dance film idea we worked on about a mermaid getting washed up in Scarborough. There's a project called Evidence, which did get some money actually, and we did some research and development on, which started off as a sort of a photographic installation in a building, and then as you moved through the photographic installation, the building started to become more animated, and the photographic installation would be like a photo storyboard of a film, and the photos would lead you through a building, and then what was going on in the rooms that the photographs were in would start to reflect the point of the film storyboard, and then ultimately you might hear sounds and even encounter live performers. And then sort of lost interest a little bit really, because we realised actually what we needed was a building to respond to, and we didn't have one, and the couple of buildings we were interested in Sheffield we just couldn't get into. Another short film idea that went under two names, it was called Curtains first and then Privacy after that, about two people sharing the worst rented flat ever. There's the film 10 Dreams, which never got made because it got half the money to make it. Then the last bit of money didn't come into place, and then the people who promised the first half of the money wouldn't let us do it on just their money. And we've been developing this for like 2 years or something, and by then the thought of going back and having to reapply for the money we'd already been awarded with a different budget and stuff was a bit too soul destroying. All of those films got to script stage and to application stage, probably to storyboard stage, some of them, and even rehearsals and some stuff shot on video stage. There's a project about tea dances, old ladies going to tea dances, that we have been talking about for a couple of years, and then we just kept hearing about people who were doing things sort of similar, these projects that don't get the money. Even if you're still interested in them, you have to pursue the projects that have got money in order to make a living. Last year we were working on a project. I was going to get 10 people in 10 different cities to go and simply stand in a supposedly public space like a shop or a shopping centre and look at a CCTV camera, and I was going to ask them to all go in on the same day at the same time and just stand looking at this camera until they were thrown out of the shop. We would then use the Data Protection Act to reclaim that footage, and then we'd make an installation out of that. The book of Unrealised Projects is still an unrealised project as well, I suppose. I'm sure there must be others actually, but I can't